YouTube. Ryan sends me a note. He says, Dave, how much money do I need to make a year to be considered a millionaire? Ryan, a millionaire is not a level of income. There's two measures of money or wealth. One is income. One is called net worth. Millionaire is based on your net worth. Your net worth is what you own minus what you owe equals your net worth. Your assets minus your liabilities. And so if you don't have any debt, your net worth is simply the value of the things you own. And so if you save for retirement in a mutual fund and you build up several $100,000 there, you've got a paid-for home that's worth several $100,000. You add those together, and it's equal to more than $1 million with no debt, then you would be a millionaire. So how do you get $1 million? That's what it amounts to. That's what a millionaire is. Well, one way is to invest. If you invest from age 25 to age 65 at only $100 a month, if you were to average about what the stock market's averaged, about 12%, you'd have $1,176,000 at retirement. Most people work making money from 25 to 65, and most people make enough during those years to save $100 a month if they didn't spend everything they make. So that would make you then a millionaire if you had $1 million in your mutual funds in your retirement account, not to mention the other items that you've done along the way. So it really doesn't take a lot of income to become a millionaire if you start early and if you're steady. That's what it amounts to. Now, you can actually have a negative net worth, and a lot of people do. A negative net worth is when you owe more than you own. For instance, you owned a home that went down in value for whatever reason. The neighborhood was bad, or something happened in the town or the area that caused the property values to go down. And it's the only thing you own is a house that you owe $400,000 on, but now it's worth $300,000. So you owe $100,000 more than you own. You'd have a negative net worth of $100,000 at that point. So net worth is one measure of wealth, and it's the most lasting one because your income comes and goes depending on your job, your career, your business that you own, whatever it is that's creating the income. Net worth is much more stable, much more substantial. So you want to have a high income, but it is more important to have a high net worth. And that'll get you to where you want to be because, again, if you've got that size of a pile of money, the income that pile of money creates starts to be enough to support you without you working. And that's what some people call financially independent. I don't usually use that term. But when you have enough of a pile of money in your net worth that it creates more money than you make, then I actually call that the pinnacle point. When you go over the top of the hill, and that's where you have enough money that your money now makes you more money than you make you. Now that's a substantial net worth, and that's usually more than $1 million, depending on what your income is and what your career is and so forth. So that pile of money, as you build wealth, gives you stability, gives you income. You could have a bunch of rental property that's paid off. You could have a big pile of money in mutual funds and your 401ks and Roth IRAs and that kind of thing. Doesn't matter where the pile of money is or if it's some mix of those is what it usually is. That pile of money minus your debts, which hopefully you have none if you do what I teach, is your net worth. And when that is equal to $1 million, you're a millionaire. That's how much money you need to have to become a millionaire, but it is not how much money you make a year. There are people actually that make $1 million a year and spend it all, and they have no net worth. It's hard to believe people would be that stupid, but I meet them. Sometimes they're professional athletes, sometimes they're people in the music business, sometimes they're just people that hit the lotto. But I meet people who make $1 million or more a year and spend every bit of it and have absolutely no net worth. Now, we would all say that's wasteful and ridiculous, and it's easy to assume that if we got there, we wouldn't do that. But what you've got to do is you have to set yourself to say, no matter what I make, I'm always investing. No matter what I make, I'm always giving. And that will create your net worth, cause your net worth to grow. And your net worth is the stability factor. It's what real wealth is. When you talk about a wealthy company, a wealthy family, a wealthy whatever, no one's ever talking about their income. They're talking about what they actually own, which becomes your net worth. And that's where your millionaire status comes from.